Yo, what's going on, guys? How you all doing? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. This is our last West Coast 10 o'clock start that we have. And then the Sixers will be heading back home. They'll take on the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday evening at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And that's going to end up this road trip. So the Sixers, of course, on a 4-game losing streak during this West Coast road trip. And they're looking to just end the West Coast road trip on a positive note by just getting a win tonight out in Utah. They're 29-17 on the season, the Sixers, and they are third in the Atlantic Division as well. And the Utah Jazz, they are 24-25 on the season and are fourth in their division out in the Northwest. I don't know when this game is going to be starting because it is on TNT, but I guess that we have a late start because they're not even back. They're not even going back over to Utah just yet, but we can wait and see what happens, unless it's going to be on TBS or something. We can check that right now. Is it on TBS? Nope, it's not there just yet. Let's see if we have any sort of Twitter updates, because this should be getting underway in just a little bit, but I guess not. I don't know. But in case you haven't heard, Joel Embiid is going to be missing some time. He has a meniscus problem. He left during Tuesday night's game. In the fourth quarter, he was hobbling onto his knee and was in a lot of pain and had to go back to the locker room. He didn't look like he was 100% out there. And the Sixers are going to the Sixers actually sent him back to Philadelphia today just to get a second opinion on the injury, and they're going to, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, they're going to see what happens over the weekend and come out with a little bit more of a timetable for his return, if you will. So, all right, it's 10:12 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. This is a pretty late start. It's wild. But hopefully you're all doing well. Sixers, they're starting 5 tonight. It'll be Daniel House Jr., Tobias Harris, B-Ball Paul, Kelly Oubre Jr. and Tyrese Maxey. So good for Tyrese Maxey for getting named to being an all-star this year. And he was introduced as an all-star reserve. It was just announced around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that is definitely something that's positive to take away from this. The other thing I wanted to also mention, too, is that the Sixers actually got fined. They got fined $75,000 for not putting Joel Embiid when they played against the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. They didn't. The Sixers did not put him on the injury report before the game. So that was something else that was breaking news. That was actually earlier today. Chris Haynes tweeted out that the Sixers say MRI on left knee of Joel Embiid revealed an injury to the lateral meniscus. Embiid is in consultation with the 76ers medical staff, and several leading specialists will be out throughout the weekend providing an update. So, but yeah, so that is basically the news that's been going on. I wanted to see if they have the Sixers fine, more information about that. $75,000 fine for the Sixers, which takes into account Philadelphia's prior history of fines for violating injury reporting news. So that's what it is. So we're live at the Delta Center out in Utah, and the Sixers and the Jazz are just about ready to kick things off, and hopefully what'll be just a few moments. Again, the Sixers are 12 games over 500. They're 29-17. There's Lauri Markkanen going out there. When you look at the Western Conference standings, the Utah Jazz currently are in 10th place. They're 24-25. They're just a half game behind the LA Lakers. There's Nick Nurse and the Sixers, as they now are half a game behind the Cleveland Cavaliers and 1.5 games behind the New York Knicks. So they certainly have a lot of work to do in regards to the standings, but the good news is that Tyrese Maxey is back in the lineup for tonight's game for Philadelphia. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live. We need 13 more subscribers in order for us to get to 1,700. All right, that would be awesome if we could get there pretty soon. As we start off the month of February. Today is February 1st. There's Tobias Harris as he's tying his shoe, and he'll be going out there on the court. The Sixers in their blue and white uniforms with the white letters and the white numbers on both the front and the back. What's up, Sharice? How you doing? What is good? Thanks for coming on here. Appreciate it. All right. So we're about ready to get things underway. The lineup, it'll be John Collins, Lauri Markkanen, Simone Fontecchio, Colin Sexton, and Chris Dunn, all out there for Utah. And the Sixers, they got Tobias Harris, Daniel House Jr., Paul Reed, Tyrese Maxey, and Kelly Oubre Jr. As Reed and Collins, two guys that stand at 6'9", are going to be going out to tip things off. And Reed is able to win the battle. So the Sixers will be going from left to right as House gets the basketball. And the Jazz will be going from right to left. Here's Harris on a far corner three. Can't get it, too much mustard on that one. And a rebound goes to Utah as they're able to crash the board. Sixers deflected on the other side, and Tobias Harris comes away with a steal. Here's Maxey, who lets it fly from downtown. Got it from the far wing. And the Sixers have a 3-0 lead so far. So once again, it's Maxey, House Jr., Reed, and Harris, and Oubre Jr. So we have a whistle called. And that's going to go against Utah. So Nick Nurse in his first season as a Sixers head coach has to be happy with how his team has been performing so far, even though there's no Joel Embiid as of now. And we don't know yet about his timetable. There's a three-pointer that's up and off the mark. Lauri Markkanen's the one that grabs the rebound. Simone Fontecchio is the one that missed it. And this time it's John Collins who tries to hit from the far corner. That's going to go out of bounds, and the Sixers will get the basketball. So they have a 3-0 lead. We're just about 54 seconds underway. There's Will Hardy, who's in his second season as the Jazz head coach. He's 61-70 throughout his first 2 seasons with the Jazz so far. Reed turns it over as he got it into the lane, and Lauri Markkanen off to the races as he gets a little push on the other side, and he's fouled, and he'll go right to the lane and take it right to the cup, and now goes to the line for 2 free throws. So that was a big turnover by B-Ball Paul, and here's Lauri Markkanen, who is 7 feet tall, weighs 240 pounds. He's from Finland and went to Arizona College. He's in his 6th year in the NBA. Over his last 2 years, he's averaging about 24.8 points per game. He's shooting 39% from 3 and 50% from the field. And both foul shots are good, and that's going to make it a 3-2 ball game. So here comes Tyrese Maxey again. The Sixers in their blue and white uniforms as they go from left to right. Here's Maxey on a screen. He'll drive it right towards the baseline with a little Euro step, puts it up, and puts it in with the right hand. Good finish by Tyrese Maxey as he was able to get that little floater to go. There were just 4 games that occurred today in the NBA. And the Sixers, of course, the late one, as Paul Reed is able to get a block on the other side as he blocks Colin Sexton's runner in the lane. Maxey to Oubre, back to Maxey, who lets it fly from the Delta Center. Nothing but net. And Tyrese Maxey, who was just named an All-Star earlier tonight, has to really be feeling himself as he's looking very fresh out of a cannon out there. Sixers 2 for 3 from downtown. Markkanen trying to post up Maxey on the other side as he spins. He passes it into the lane. It deflects off the hands of Fontecchio. Out to Collins, and one more. Back to Fontecchio for a 3. Got it. So that is, or actually that was Colin Sexton, I beg your pardon. And that makes it 8-5. 9.5 minutes left to go. Maxey's runner. It goes in and out, and a rebound goes to the Jazz. Outlet pass to Fontecchio, who puts it up and lays it in with the left hand. And now the Jazz on a 5-0 run. 9:25 remaining in the first quarter. Sixers lead it by 1. Here's Harris as he dribbles, puts it up, airballs it. Paul Reed's there for the rebound, kicks it out to Maxey. Maxey driving into the lane with the left hand and finishing right through traffic. Tyrese Maxey so far, give him 7 points. He has scored 7 of the 10 by Philadelphia. Markkanen lets it fly. Offensive rebound goes to Fontecchio. Here's a 3-pointer that's up and in. And that was hit by Chris Dunn. And that's going to make it 10-10. 8:50 left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if the Sixers have a response. So Utah is 2 for 5 from 3. Sixers are 2 for 4 from 3. Harris. He'll hand it off to Paul Reed, who has 1 foot in and out of the lane. And here's Tobias Harris on a little fadeaway jumper just from the elbow. And he gives the Sixers a 12-10 lead. Tobias Harris, who played at Tennessee and has been a veteran who has been around the block. He's been having himself a up-and-down season. And we have a whistle called. It'll be on Kelly Oubre Jr. So Oubre has certainly been getting a lot of action for the Sixers, a guy that played college hoops at Kansas. And he's on a veteran minimum with the Sixers this year. Collins hands it off to Dunn. They swing it around the timeline. It finds Lauri Markkanen, and Markkanen's hook shot is up and in. Makes it look so easy. The 7-footer, who was a former player for the Chicago Bulls, along with Chris Dunn. And he now is making the Jazz average 50% from the field. Harris with a little bounce pass, and he'll try to dribble it into the lane. Puts it up and in again with the left hand. Got right by 2 defenders and is able to make the Sixers go up once again by 2. 7:42 left to go. Chris Dunn tries to drive it past Maxey. He'll lob it inside, but it's stripped and stolen away by House Jr. He's off to the races, a 3-on-1. Harris gets the handoff, puts it back up and in, and he's able to lay it in once again. Another good Sixers play out in the transition game. That's been one area that they have not been very proficient at, if you will, over the last couple of games. Sexton lays it up and lays it in with the left hand. He got the little Euro step to go and got the underhanded left-handed scoop. And now it's 16-14. Sixers only up by 2. Maxey, ISO, three-pointer from the near wing. Bullseye! Off the dribble, he got it over Chris Dunn. And another assist by Daniel House Jr. 13 points for Reese. And he is shooting 5 for 6 from the field. Dunn drives it, tries to go up against Harris, and Harris is able to play good defense. He boxes him out, and he gets the rebound as he leaps up and corrals the board. Maxey just taking his time. He'll take it over towards the left side. He now is over towards the right side, and they'll take it back out towards the half-court logo. He puts it up, lets it fly, and he is feeling himself. Tyrese Maxey pulls up from the parking lot and hits it from outer space. That is a big-time shot by Tyrese Maxey. And a Jazz timeout is called. It's 22-14. Philadelphia up by 8 points. Pretty nice. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. Okay. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell your friends about this, man. Appreciate it so much. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Would love it if you guys came on here and commented and gave your final score predictions. And, just let me know how you guys are feeling. Whether it's about this game, whether it's about Joel Embiid. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. And get some participation going on here. That'd be really cool. We got 10 likes. Yeah, so can you guys believe that it is the first day of February? I can't believe that. I think that that's crazy. It's absolutely wild. What time is it? 10:24 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm so happy that this is our last 10 o'clock game that we're doing throughout the week because these things really throw you off. They just do. So yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys come on and do your thing, There was something else I wanted to say. I wanted to take a look at some other final scores. That's what I wanted to do. So what are your final score predictions? I'm going to say that the Sixers win this game. Okay, I think that they win this one by a score of 107 to 93. That is the score that I'm going to go with. 16 points for Tyrese Maxey, and he has made all 4 of his three-pointers so far. This is what happens when he's named an all-star, and he has to really be feeling himself. All right, so there we go. That looks better. Nice. Very nice. My thing is, man, is that I still feel positive about this team. I just do. I know that people are, I mean, it stinks, of course, that you're not playing with Joel Embiid and you have no idea how long he's going to be out, but he's not out for the full season, and Tyrese is able to still play at an all-star caliber level. I think that this team can hold the fort down. I just do. We have been so used to guys getting injured, and we've been seeing guys that are out there that are getting a lot of starting minutes that shouldn't be because of the injury bug. So that's the way that I look at it right now. And I don't think that it's as bad as people are making it to be, but even though it does stink, it does. That's not the thing. But when Maxey's out there, this team can play better than what people can think, So we have a 22-16 game. Sixers lead it by 6. There's Chris Dunn with a bounce pass towards the elbow to Lauri Markkanen as he drives right through traffic, kicks it out to Colin Sexton. Sexton takes it right back to the baseline, underhanded pass to Lauri Markkanen through traffic again, and one. Good play by Sexton, able to recognize that the defense was coming all towards him, and he just unselfishly lended a hand, if you will, was able to hand it off to Lauri Markkanen. And we'll go to the line for one more. A guy that's been averaging 23.5 points per game. He's also shooting 40% from three and averaging 8.5 rebounds, too. He's been on the Sixers' radar, Lauri Markkanen, and he converts on the three-point opportunity. He's a guy that has been leading the team in scoring and also one of the top guys in field goal percentage. We have a shot that goes up, and that one goes into by Tobias Harris. It was a 13-foot jumper. He scored 8 of the Sixers' points. Alley-oop pass that's going to go to John Collins, and Collins Sexton again gets another dish. That is absolutely wild. 24-19, Sixers up by 5, 7 assists for them. They just had 5 in 3 quarters against the Golden State Warriors. So that was really tough. Mo Bamba steps in as the backup center tonight, and he puts up a 3, puts it up, and he can't get it. Off the pass by Maxey, that would have been his first assist of the game. So far the Sixers have gotten all their points from Harris and Maxey. We have a nice defensive play on the other side by Philadelphia, but there's a whistle called, and they're going to say it was a shooting foul called on Patrick Beverley. That's crazy. But going back to the alley-oop pass, look out below. John Collins in flight mode as the Collins connection just continues to be absolutely lethal. And Sexton will head on over towards the line to try to make it what would be a 3-point game. And that'll give the Jazz 20 points, the first foul shot. And he'll still stay at the line for one more. The crew chief for tonight, you got Josh Tiven out there, Natalie Segot, and Danielle Scott all out there as the refs. It's cool. They have 2 females out there. It's great. We have some more substitutions as Furkan Korkmaz will also step in for the Philadelphia 76ers, and Maxey will take a very quick seat. And Sexton able to swish the second foul shot and make it a one-possession game. 5:09 remaining in the first quarter. Sixers shooting 71% from the field. Harris on a drive, spinning, rolling, fading, and getting the finger roll finish to go with the right hand. Making it look so easy. 10 points for Toby. Sexton driving, passing, and floating it into John Collins on the right side of the baseline. Just another nice assist. That's his 4th assist in a row. Beverley drives it right past his defender, Fontecchio. And Fontecchio is going to foul Beverley. He tried to go inside with a little reverse layup. And he will stay put at the line to try to get 2 more free throws to go. Oh, man. So Beverley, again, a guy that has been around the block, got drafted in 2009 and has played with a lot of organizations, including the Clippers, the Rockets, and a bunch of other teams too, the Lakers as well. You have to include them. And he does drain the first foul shot. Maxey leading the way with 16 points. He is on the bench right now. And Jordan Clarkson is the guy that steps on in for Colin Sexton. And Beverley drains the second free throw, too. Sixers have a 5-point lead. Well, Hardy wants to try to get his offense going out there. So Clarkson over at the top of the key. There's Keontae George, who's back in there for Utah as well. Forgot to mention that. We have a missed shot by John Collins. And Tobias Harris comes away with the rebound. Harris drives it into the lane and stripped, and Harris still comes back up with it. They record that as a block. Beverley at the near wing at the Delta Center sign, drives it inside, bounce pass to Bamba, who throws it down with authority. Nice, unselfish pass by Pat Bev. It was a drop-off dump pass, if you will, with 3:58 remaining in the first quarter. The Jazz, can they answer back? Here's George from downtown. Keontae George making it look easy. Just able to get the 3 from the far wing, and it's back to a 4-point game. Beverley on the far wing, takes it inside, kicks it out to Furkan Korkmaz, gets a little pump fake. Korkmaz was on the far corner. He now puts it up for 2. Too much mustard on that one. And another board goes to Utah. It's Keontae George that gets the rebound. George trying to reward Collins inside, and he thought he was fouled, and he is, and he'll go to the line for one more. The foul was called on Tobias Harris. 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Harris was trying to swat it away from John Collins, and Collins, being absolutely aggressive, will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 3:26 remaining. Sixers up by 2. It's 30-28 out in Utah. No Joel Embiid. And Collins not able to cash in with a three-point play. Bamba able to box out his defender. And Harris comes away with rebound number 3. 10 points for Tobias Harris, and he's 5 for 8 from the field. Bamba gets the little lob pass. He's at the top of the key. He'll hand it off to Daniel House Jr. Jr. back out to Bamba. Bamba lets it fly, puts it up, and it rims in and out. Lauri Markkanen trying to go coast to coast. He's off to the races, kicks it out to Collins. And Collins finds Markkanen again for a trifecta on the far corner, and Beverly corrals the miss. Sixers working very quickly here. Furkan Korkmaz driving it inside, puts it up, and then no, can't do so. Daniel House Jr. on the follow through, yes! And one! Good play by House to just keep up with Furkan Korkmaz. He was on the right side of the lane, just able to back him up. And Furkan has to be happy about that. Furkan's shot was a little too strong, and then House was like, I got you. I'm going to foul you up here. And he'll go to the line for one more, but we have a timeout called by Philadelphia. The foul is on Ochai Agbaji, and we have a timeout called. What's up, Cam? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here. Thanks for always being here. Appreciate it so much. I'm going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're back on here. The Philadelphia 76ers currently lead it by 5 as they're taking on the Utah Jazz. We had the Both teams announced, or both sides, the East and the West, announced who their reserves were for today, as House is able to drain the free throw and hit the three-point play. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit, as Keontae George will try to dribble around his defender, and Walker Kessler gets called for setting an illegal screen as he knocked his elbow into Daniel House Jr.'s chin, and the Sixers will have to get the basketball back. So it's Bam Adebayo, that is an Eastern Conference reserve, and Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Paolo Banchero, Julius Randle, and Tyrese Maxey for the Eastern Conference. Speaking of Maxey, nice little pass inside to Furkan. Furkan with a little handoff to Reed, and Reed finishes again through traffic underneath the basket. So a 1-2-3 punch. Jordan Clarkson, Keontae George, Walker Kessler, Okai Obagji, and Kelly Olynyk all out there for Utah. Here's Clarkson on the near wing. He'll try to drive it inside over towards Maxey, and he's able to get the runner to go as it falls over Tyrese. 35-30. Sixers have it once again. 10 assists by them. They're shooting 14 for 22 from the field. Springer back to Maxey. Maxey finds House Jr. at the foul line. Kicks it back out to Springer on the far wing. Springer one more to House Jr. over towards the far corner. Thought he was going to shoot it. Instead, one more. He'll pass it to Furkan Korkmaz, and Korkmaz's three-pointer's off the mark. Another rebound goes to Kelly Olynyk, the veteran, who's about 35 years old. Clarkson laying it inside to Walker Kessler, and Kessler utilizing the wingspan and able to throw it down with authority. Lots of dunks by this Utah Jazz team, and it's all started by Jordan Clarkson, and also they have a lot of credit to their point guard too, Colin Sexton. Maxey drives it, puts it up. He had it. I thought he had it, but he just finished way too strong. It was in traffic. Clarkson trying to part the Red Sea. Will bounce pass it, and Daniel House Jr. gets a block. As Agbaji can't hit the shot, Maxey off to the races, lays it up, and lays it in. 37-32, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Western Conference reserves, just wanted to say really quickly, it's Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Paul George, Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns. Keontae George lets it fly, and Paul Reed says no, and he grabs the board again. 7 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Here's Maxey he's over at the logo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock now, 18 on the game clock. He goes over towards his left, steps back, finds House. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He puts up a 2 and gets fouled by Olynyk as he initiates the contact. And House hits the deck hard, but he'll get up and he'll go to the line for 2. House's defense was able to get a nice block on Okai Agbaji, and that led to the Sixers fast break. And that's how Tyrese Maxey was able to lay it up and in. 18 points for Maxey. The rest of the team has 19 points, including 10 from Tobias Harris. So Reed has 2, House has 3, and that's it in this lineup right now. It's House, Reed, Oubre, KJ Martin, and Jaden Springer, as Maxey's going to take a seat, and Kelly will sub back in for the Sixers. And Furkan will also take a seat as well. 13 seconds to be exact on the game clock, and the shot clock's now unplugged. Sixers lead it by 5. They're hoping to go up by 7. And the first foul shot by House is nothing but net. JJ, do you think Randall will be back in time for the All-Star game? He's out 2 to 3 weeks, so I'd say probably not. Probably not. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I go live. House with the second foul shot. It's up, and that's good. 13 seconds left. Sixers lead it by 7. Keontae George gets past midcourt. 8 seconds left. He'll hand it off to Clarkson over at the logo. Works over towards the right side. Steps back, and he'll try to slice and dice, if you will. Kicks it out to Keontae George for a wide-open 3. It's a little short as he bricks it, and that's going to do it in the first quarter. Sixers lead it by 7 as they head into quarter number 2, all led by Tyrese Maxey, a guy that was just named an All-Star reserved for the Eastern Conference. It's his first All-Star appearance, and he has really been absolutely flashy tonight so far in a Sixers uniform. Dazzling, rising, and shining. All right, so let's look at this. Here's what Shams said. All right, he just tweeted this out at 10:26. He said, to clarify an earlier tweet, the team has not officially confirmed a tear and says that Joel Embiid will remain out through the weekend while a treatment plan is finalized. RB says can never trust a Shams report again. What's up, Ty? This isn't going to be an easy one to fix, but let's go Sixers, says Ty. I love the spirit, man. If you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below. And I'd love to get your thoughts, man, on this game. I want to hear what your final score predictions are. If you guys have anything to say about the big man, that's all on the table, too. If you just subscribe to my channel, let me know who you are down below, and I'd love to give you a shout-out. We need 12 more subscribers to get to 1,700. What are y'all waiting for? Let's get to 1,700 by the end of tonight. What's up, G Vanutes? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on. 10:43 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are going into quarter number 2. So the Cavs, they won 108-101 out in Memphis, and then the New York Knicks were able to hang on and beat the Indiana Pacers 109-105. The earlier game that was on TNT was the Celtics-Lakers game with no LeBron and no Anthony Davis. So the Lakers are able to win by 9. They won 114-105. Austin Reeves had 32 points and was 10 for 18 from the field. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Since the game is on TNT, I'm popping in to say hi and leaving a like, says J-Rep. Love it. I love it, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Means a lot. So how are the Sixers? So far, they're doing good in this game. They lost Joel Embiid. In case you guys did not hear, Joel Embiid is going to be out for the foreseeable future. They have not confirmed yet whether he tore his meniscus or not, but it's not a good injury. And he is going to miss. He's at least going to miss the weekend, but probably will miss a lot more time than just that. Because then they'll have to come up with a game plan. What's up, Cam? JJ, when are the three-point contestants dunk contest going to be revealed? Oh, I have no idea, man. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with that. I've been keeping up with the Sixers, Yeah, it does stink. Yep, absolutely. Oh, boy. All right, so we go into quarter number 2. Sixers lead it by 7. The good news is that Tyrese Maxey has been balling out tonight and had 18 points in that first quarter. And he just returned from an ankle injury. He missed about 3 games during this West Coast road trip. Again, the Sixers will be back at home on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time to take on the Brooklyn Nets. So the Jazz will get the inbound, and they'll start things off with the ball here in the second quarter because the Sixers won the tip-off. Tyrese Maxey's out there for the Sixers, guarding Keontae George. George over at the Delta Center sign, now at the top of the key, and backs up towards the logo, being guarded by Springer. Here's Kelly Olynyk over on the near corner. Kicks it inside to Markkanen back out to Olynyk for 2. Got it from the elbow. That was actually Walker Kessler that's in there for the Utah Jazz, and he passed it out to Markkanen for a 2. Or Olynyk, I should say. All right, Maxey finds Oubre, puts it up for 3. Airballed. Springer for 3 on the other side. Got it. So KJ Martin is the one that grabbed the rebound, and Jaden Springer able to hit the trifecta on the other side of the wing. That was the near wing he pulled up from. Clarkson on the near wing being guarded by Maxey. He'll try to take it right over towards the elbow. Inside goes Kelly Olynyk. Buys on 2 pump fakes and is able to lay it up and in again with the left hand. 42-36. Sixers lead it by 6. But that was a beautiful basket by Kelly Olynyk. Just a really nice finish. And Maxey has the basketball now. He'll find Kelly Oubre Jr. And here's Paul Reed for a 2-pointer. Step back jumper. No. Too strong once again. And that's Utah's. I believe that's their 15th rebound. I have to double check that. Lob pass inside by Clarkson. And a reverse dunk by Walker Kessler. Utilizing all that wingspan. The 22-year-old from Auburn is 7 feet. 245 pounds. Maxey gets past the trees, lays it up, and finishes with the right hand again. The little scoop, if you will, towards the right side of the baseline. 20 points for Maxey. He's putting on a show. Sixers can't get back on defense as Collins is able to answer back. And Keontae George able to make the two-footer. Olynyk got the assist. Here's Springer with a trifecta from the far corner. A little short, and a rebound goes to Walker Kessler. Clarkson working from left to right on the other side. He'll kick it out to Olynyk, who's on the far wing. Then they'll dish it back out to Clarkson. Clarkson lost his dribble. Springer had a piece of it, and they're going to say that it goes into bounds. Is it last touched by Philadelphia? I don't know. They're going to say that the Sixers did touch it last, and Kessler is the one that got the rebound. The Sixers do lead it by 4. It's 44-40. Again, Tyrese Maxey, in case you are just wondering, he's been performing really well today. He's averaging 25.7 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 6.6 assists as well. George at the top of the key dishes it out to Agbaji inside. And there's a shot that goes up, and that's no good. And the Sixers block all windows and doors with a shot clock violation called against Utah. So Agbaji got it blocked by Kelly Oubre Jr. And here's another rebound by the Sixers. Maxey over at the top of the key. Wants to ISO, pulls up from the parking lot again, and he knocks it down. He is 5 for 5 from beyond the arc and has 23 points. He has been red hot from downtown. Another nice shot, and he just cannot be stopped. He's having a party. Clarkson with a triple. He can't answer back. Kelly gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Springer. Springer lost his dribble. Picks it back up as he's in Sixers territory. Kicks it out to Oubre. Oubre driving to the basket. Tried to go down with a dunk, and he held onto the rim a little bit too long. Clarkson with a long rebound. Kelly Olynyk trying to go up against Maxey, and Maxey fouls him. He thought that he had all ball, but Kelly Olynyk working really hard out in the transition game, and he'll earn his stripes over at the line. So Olynyk, or Oubre, I should say, tried to dunk it on the other side for the Sixers. Boy, there's Kelly Olynyk, and then there's Kelly Oubre Jr. Oh, man. That's a tongue twister. And Olynyk is able to drag the first foul shot in and throw it down with a little string. Makes it look easy again. Kelly Olynyk with 5 points tonight, 1 board, 1 assist. He's 2 for 2 from the field. And, well, a guy that was a Gonzaga prodigy is 32 years old and was drafted back in 2013 by the Dallas Mavericks. He does knock down both free throws, and the Sixers lead it by 5. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Maxey in his neon green shoes having a shooting clinic for the Sixers tonight. He's 5 for 5 from 3. Make it 6 for 6 if he makes this one. Got it! Oh, baby! You hear about the Joel Embiid news earlier, and, well, Tyrese Maxey carrying the load. 26 points, 6 for 6 from 3. George with a right-handed layup. Got it. Answers back with a 2 of his own. Maxey at the top of the key. And the double team thinking about coming. He's over at the logo. A bounce pass all the way to Oubre on the far wing. One more to Jaden Springer. Springer will drive it right over towards the basket. It's blocked by Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. It was actually touched underneath the basket by Kelly Olynyk. But this has just been the Tyrese Maxey show in Utah. He's been hitting from every single spot that he has shot from downtown. Unbelievable. He's had the Midas touch. 26 points in the first half. It's the 3rd most points in any half of his career. 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Sixers are up by 6 points. They have not inbounded the ball just yet. And the refs, they went over towards the replay center to check something. I couldn't tell what it was. But the rest of the team just putting up 24 points. That's literally it. That's it. Sixers will have to inbound it. Maxey inbounds it from the baseline. Kicks it out to Springer. Springer back to Maxey. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He puts up a little prayer from the elbow. It goes in and out. That was not a three. He's human. And another rebound goes to Utah. Olynyk on a drive and a little layup and in by Walker Kessler on the alley-oop pass. 50-46, 7:30 left to go in the first half. 16 assists by Utah, just 13 by Philadelphia. Maxey gets it again over at the logo. He's working around Keontae George over at the top of the key. A bounce pass to Tobias Harris with 1 foot in and out of the three-point line at the top of the key. He wants to go to work. He bounces it. He'll try to go up with a shot and a fadeaway jumper. He hits it. Just for two inside the lane. 52-46, and Tobias Harris continuing to pick up where he left off at the end of the first quarter. That's the first 2 points that he's had here in the second. 6:55 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers lead it by 6. 52-46 is the score. Clarkson tries to drive it. It's blocked away by Mo Bamba. Maxey gets the outlet pass. Maxey with a bounce pass to KJ Martin as it actually hit his shoe. Martin still grabs onto it. Can't finish his own shot as he grabs it. And there's an outlet pass and a rebound by Utah. So the Jazz got the rebound. Kelly Olynyk with a three with nobody on him. And he hits the wide open J from downtown. That is tough. A tough break. It just bounced off of Maxey's shoe and he just couldn't pass it to Martin. And then Martin just unluckily was not able to hit the little putback. Bamba drives it, pulls up, not once, not twice, and rebounded by Keontae George. Sixers just cannot finish in traffic, and they have to be able to get back on the fast break. Kessler tried to dish it outside to Kelly Oubre Jr., who gets the steal. Oubre lays it up and in with the right hand in the lane. So Kessler was trying to take it to the cup, and then he just kicked it back out to Kelly Olynyk, and Oubre intercepted it and just took it from coast to coast and is able to make it a 5-point lead for the Sixers as we have another timeout called. Oh, man. I just read it. You must have missed it. All they said so far, it's the WNBA versus the NBA in the three-point contest. No, it was just it's just Sabrina Ionescu going up against Steph Curry. That was literally it. It didn't say anything else about WNBA with their three-point shooting, which I'm excited to see. Sabrina go up against Steph Curry. I think that'd be so cool. If you don't know, Sabrina actually was able to dominate and hit the most shots in a three-point shooting contest ever last year. She was absolutely on a tear. She made, I believe it was 21 shots in a row from three. I watched the highlights the other day, and I was like, wow, that is really impressive. And she's having a really good season with the WNBA, too. High scoring quarter, says Mike Zambo. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on. What's good? Same thing to me. Maxey MVP, says Ty. Oh, man. Ugh. We needed this tonight from Tyrese, We needed something good to happen. We really did. We needed something very, very nice to happen tonight. And hopefully it keeps up this way, Hopefully it'll keep up. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I go live. Hopefully you're all doing well. What's going on here? Why is this not showing? I guess that there's nothing going on. So Tyrese Maxey has made all 6 of his threes. The three-point shooting contest should be fun. Absolutely. Should be a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, this game has been a lot of fun. Just seeing Tyrese Maxey make 26 points and go 6 for 6 from downtown. I don't know what you can do to stop this guy tonight, but he is really feeling himself. And, star is born. That's what we've been saying throughout this entire year. So the Jazz called a timeout. Sixers lost the first match against Utah back on January 6th. And the Jazz were able to win in Philly 120-109. That was the final score there. Lauri Markkanen had 33 points. And Maxey led the way for the Sixers with 25. And like I just mentioned already, With 5:56 left to go in the second quarter, he has 26 points. We have some substitutions for both teams. House Jr. come in for KJ Martin. Mo Bamba's going to take a seat, and Pat Bev will be his replacement, and then B-Ball Paul will step in for Mo Bamba. Then for the Utah Jazz, they got John Collins, Colin Sexton, and Lauri Markkanen all coming back in. Agbaji, Kessler, and George all on the bench now for Utah. Actually, he's going for 50. I would love to see that. All right, here we go. Kelly Olynyk gets it over towards the lane. Kicks it back out to Markkanen for a three on the near wing. No good. It was a little short. Pat Bev got the rebound. It's stolen away, though, by Sexton. He fights for the loose ball on the floor. He gets it over at the logo, and he is able to hand it off to John Collins. Olynyk at the top of the key. Lob pass inside to Markkanen, and Markkanen tipped it up and in. He couldn't even catch it and just deflected it off of his left hand. That was just a very fortunate play that they were able to capitalize on. 54-51, Sixers only up by 3. Olynyk, or Oubre, at the top of the key. Now being guarded by Olynyk, puts it up and is able to answer over him. Oubre Jr. wins the battle as he drove it right towards the lane, stepped back, pulled up from about 3 feet, and he got it. Clarkson gets the handoff by Olynyk, and now gets it back from Agbaji, that was Lauri Markkanen, and Clarkson's able to drive it, put it up and in with the left hand, then he's fouled. He gets fouled by House Jr. on the layup. So Clarkson and Sexton doing a very good job in the backcourt tonight for Utah. Clarkson was able to cash in on the three-point opportunity, and that's going to make it a 2-point game. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. Again, the Sixers going from left to right. They're in their blue and white uniforms. And here's Harris on a bounce pass, puts it up and puts it in just inside the foul line in the lane. And Tobias Harris give him 14, 3 and 2. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 14 points. He's 7 for 10 from the field. Sexton looking at a 3-2 defense by the Sixers. Collins gets poked in the eye by Tobias Harris. He was right towards the basket, about 5 feet or so away from the bucket, and he will have to go to the line again. Collins has not been the best foul shooter this year. He's actually shooting 78%, which really, realistically, is not as bad as he has been shooting in years past. Really, it's actually not so bad. We've seen him shoot 50% from the line. We've seen him have very poor free throw shooting percentages, but this year he's shooting 78%. And the year before, he shot 80.5%. So the Jazz will get the inbound. They're going to say it was a foul on the floor. I beg your pardon. Sexton tries to drive it. It's blocked and stolen away by the Sixers. Sexton turned it over. Kelly drives it, pulls up for 2, and he could not finish in traffic. Rebound goes to Sexton. Sexton gets the ball loose on the other end by House Jr. on the fast break. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers basketball. Sixers ball as they play solid defense again. Sixers lead it by 4. Beverly trying to conduct the tempo, and Kelly Oubre Jr. will be going from left to right. Beverly tries to dish it out to Harris. Harris over on the far elbow. The foul line extended now. Pulls up for 2, and it's a little short. He tried to pull up over Colin Sexton, and the Jazz with another board. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Jordan pushes it inside, kicks it out to Markkanen for a wide-open 3, and he connects. Got it. That's just his second 3 that he's been able to knock down today, and that cuts the deficit to 1. As we're riding the seesaw between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Utah Jazz. Oubre trying to work his way downtown, and he got the ball loose, and Paul Reed's able to come up with it. Beverly getting the wide-open 3. Yes! Pat Bev answering back with a 3 of his own. Sixers shooting 53% from downtown. The Jazz shooting 36% from 3. Sexton lets it fly. No good. It's battered around by Kelly Olynyk, and it lands into the hands of Oubre, and he throws it down. Kelly Oubre Jr. got the rebound over at the half-court logo, and he just soloed it inside and puts the Sixers up by 6. Clarkson to Markkanen on the near corner for a triple. No. Reed is able to get the rebound, almost lost it, and Collins almost got the steal. Here's Harris now getting past midcourt at the top of the key, driving inside with the right hand, puts it up, and is able to lay it in. Throws it down the hatch. That makes it 65-57. 16 points for Toby as he's 8 for 12 now from the field. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clarkson going from right to left. Finds Sexton on the near wing at the three-point line. Kicks it back out to Clarkson. Clarkson pulls up, and he tries to hit a three-pointer. And that rims high. And House Jr. saves it. And here comes Patrick Beverly. Good save by House Jr. off the high rebound. It would have went out of bounds towards the baseline. House trying to be rewarded for his great athleticism. And he won't take a shot just yet. He'll step back, pull up for three in the face of Olynyk, and he is fouled. He is fouled, and the Sixers actually called a timeout before the shot went up. How about that? But nonetheless, 8 seconds remaining on the Sixers lead it by 8 with 1:41 left to go in the second quarter. I'm going to be right back. I'll see you guys very soon. 1 minute and 41 seconds remaining in the first half. My name is Jason Joseph. Hello, welcome on in to Play-by-Play with JJ. We're live for almost every single Sixers basketball game. We also do Phillies baseball as well, and we do Eagles football too. So if that all interests you, we were live for almost every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We try to keep up with everything on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and tell your friends about this channel. If you guys know any other people that are Phillies fans, Sixers fans, or Eagles fans, even though the Eagles have been going through a lot right now, we still cover them. Make sure you tell them about this channel and tell them to like and subscribe and have them become a member of our Play-by-Play with JJ family. We need 12 more of you to subscribe to the channel. What are you guys waiting for? I want us to get to 1,700. We're on the road to 1,700. We just need a dozen more of you. That's all we got to do. That's all we need, man. Just a dozen more of you to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for coming on here, G. Venuts. I appreciate it very, very much. You had a 4-hour stream today. I can understand that. I've had those days too. Had a lot of those days, man. So I get it. Sixers again up by 8 points with 1 minute and 41 seconds to go in the first half. It's John Collins, Lauri Markkanen, Simone Fontecchio, Colin Sexton, and Jordan Clarkson all out there for Utah. And the Sixers have Harris, Reed, Maxey, Oubre Jr., and Patrick Beverly. Beverly has 5, Oubre has 6, Maxey has 26, Regis has 2, and Harris has 16 points. Bev gets it over at the top of the key. He'll find Maxey on the far corner for a 2, and he gets fouled. He was fouled by Sexton. It was staying right on him, and he could not close out properly. 1:32 remaining in the first half, and maxey will go to the line to try to get his 27th and 28th points of the game. Of the first half, actually. Just one rebound for him. He doesn't have any dimes either, but the first foul shot, it is money. Nothing but net for Tyrese Maxey as he swishes that one. The Kentucky prodigy has had himself a very solid season for Philadelphia and averaging about 26.7 points per game, and knocks down the second foul shot too and makes it a 10-point lead for Philadelphia. He's 6 for 6 from downtown and is 10 for 13 from the field. A 9-0 run by the Sixers in the last 1 minute and 45 seconds. Collins on the near wing at the three-point line. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, being guarded by Toby. He'll swing it all the way to Sexton. Sexton drives it. He lost the ball, and Reed comes up with the steal. Good defense by Paul Reed as there was some miscommunication down low. Maxey on a drive to the basket, and he'll go to the line for 2. He tried to kiss it high off the window as he was just driving it right inside the lane. Got the right-handed little floater, if you will, to try to go in, and it was just a little bit too strong. And he'll go to the line again to try to get his 29th and 30th points. Here's point number 29. Up and in. Got it. That is absolutely wild what this young kid has just been able to do in tonight's game. He had a 50-point performance earlier this season, and that was against the Indiana Pacers. And now give him 30 points as he makes both free throws. He's 4 for 4 from the line and 6 for 6 from 3. Clarkson bounce passes it to Walker Kessler. Lauri Markkanen got the rebound, and he takes it from the near corner all the way to the rack, and he slams it home and throws down the sledgehammer. Markkanen 14 points, 5 for 9 shooting-wise tonight. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Sixers up by 10. Maxey gets double-teamed. He'll dish it out over towards the right side. He gets it back. He goes up with a two-pointer. It was a turnaround jumper, and Markkanen says, "I've had enough of that." 27 seconds. 7 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Clarkson is in traffic as he pulls up for 2. No good. He tried to go over the low runner. John Collins got the rebound. Almost went out of bounds. Collins finds Sexton, and Sexton drives inside and goes down with authority. Nobody was looking after him as Sexton was just running downhill with a head of steam and got the bounce pass by Jordan Clarkson. Or John Collins, that was. Maxey over at the top of the key goes inside for 2, and he hits that shot as well from beyond the foul line. 3 seconds left to go. Clarkson tries to put it up, and with 0.5 seconds left, we have a foul called on Patrick Beverley. I think we do. Clarkson was trying to go up with a 3, and Patrick Beverley tried to just swat the basketball away. And Clarkson, if the call stands, will go to the line for 3 free throws. So 0.5 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Oh, they're going to say it was a foul on the floor and that the Sixers had a foul to give. Thank goodness. So Sexton will inbound it. He finds Collins. Collins with a catch and shoot. Puts it up, and it wouldn't have counted anyways. The shot had too much mustard at the top of the key. And the Sixers put up 71 points, including 32 by the kid, Tyrese Maxey. That's a career high in any half for him. He was absolutely electric, and hopefully Act 2 will be just as strong. Sixers lead it by 10 points. They won the second quarter 32-29. And were able to outscore the Utah Jazz in the first half. Can they respond and keep things up in half number 2? That's the question with no Joel Embiid tonight. They'll be back. It's 11-11, guys. Make a wish. Make a wish. Thoughts on the game so far? You guys have been quiet on here. Comment your thoughts down below. Would love to hear you guys talk about this game, man. Would love to hear it. 15 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We need 12 more of you to hit that subscribe button in order for us to get to 1,700. And also 12 more of you to hit that thumbs up button so that way we can get to 30 likes. Excuse me. How amazing is Tyrese Maxey? How amazing is Tyrese Maxey? That's what I want to know. Comment your thoughts on that down below. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a day, man. What a day. We have a roller coaster of a day when it comes to 76ers content. We wait forever to find out the results on Joel Embiid. And now, of course, we have this type of a game from Tyrese Maxey after we find out the results. And it is a breath of fresh air, you know, because, again, watching this team play without Tyrese Maxey and watching them play without Batum and Morris Sr., it's tough. It really is tough on the eyes. But just seeing Maxey back out there, you know that he's the second highest impact player on this team. He's going to get a lot more reps now to put up more shots. And, again, I think that the Sixers can stay afloat, but I don't know. He's not necessarily going to be doing this every single night. That's not what I'm saying, but I think that they can still win games. You know, but Joel obviously does have to come back. Crazy, though. Crazy, though, with what he's been able to do. He has the keys now, and you just got to let him drive. That's all you got to let him do. He's been hitting from everywhere. I wanted to look at the shot attempts and see if we can get an idea of where he's been hitting his shots. But I don't think that they're going to allow that to happen, or that they even have those types of things. Let's see. Let's look at his splits. I didn't know this, but Maxey at home is averaging 26.5 points per game, and on the road he's averaging 25. That's not really a big carry-off, but what's really interesting, though, is that he's shooting 89% from the line on the road and 89% at home and 83% on the road, which is crazy. From three, he's shooting just 34% from three on the road and 40% at home, and that makes sense because of the home crowd, but it's 96 for 6. It's crazy, man. Katie says, Tyrese Maxey is amazing. Ugh, we love Tyrese Maxey. I'm happy that he's putting on a show because, again, that is a very refreshing thing to see. We all know that Joel Embiid is the anchor of this team, and the team goes as far as he does, but it's time for other guys to step up, and it's what you like to see from the kid, at least from tonight. Can he keep this up? That's the question. Needed this refresher. Oh, man. Do you guys think that the Sixers need to go after Andre Drummond now that Joel Embiid is going to be missing some time? Because I think that they have to. They have to they have to go for a center. They really do. They need somebody that's serviceable, that can grab rebounds, and I think Andre Drummond is that piece that you're going to have to get. I really do. But what do you think Daryl Morey's going to do? I don't know, man. I just wanted to pose that question out there because I think I like Andre Drummond, and I wanted him as a backup center before, but I think that now is the time where if Embiid's going to be missing a lot of time, you need somebody that can get you rebounds and get you putbacks and be somewhat of a replacement for Joel. Even though it's really hard to replace Joel, but you need somebody to just hold the fort down. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, man. Let's take another sip of water. Sixers defense, I thought, did a really good job in that first half. I thought that their perimeter defense played really well. Let me take a look at the team stats. We'll actually pull that up right now. Let's do that. Let's pull up the team stats. is it? There it is. Is it going to come up? No? There it is, yeah. It's not coming up, though. That's weird. Well, anyhow, the Sixers' defense has allowed only Utah to shoot just 29.5% from three. Utah has just made 5 out of 17 threes. And the other remarkable thing, too, about the Sixers' three-point shooting is that Maxey has hit 6 out of 8 threes for the Sixers. So, the other two, you got one from Tobias Harris. The other one, I think, was Patrick Beverley. But don't quote me on that just yet. I'm trying to figure that out. So it was Maxey that hit the 6, and then Bev had 1, and Jaden Springer was the one that had the other. Matt Murphy just tweeted out Maxey had 25 in the first half against Indiana this season, and he has 27 here in the first half, or he had 27 in the first half at Toronto in 2022. And he has 32 in this first half here. Once again, he's been the star of the show. Really, he's been incredible. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you're tuning in on Facebook, on Twitch, Twitter, or any other social media platform that's out there, I do encourage you all to come on over to the YouTube channel. That way you can comment down below and I will see your comments. If you can't, though, totally understandable. Just make sure that you follow and hit that thumbs up button from wherever you are tuning in on. I would also really appreciate it if you guys, well, actually, I'm sorry. You guys don't have to do this, but you guys can definitely feel free to leave a super chat down below as well. And donate to the channel, give back. You can also do it through Venmo or PayPal, through my LINKTREE, which is pinned in the comments section and in the description as well. Let's see how many likes we have on here. I want to refresh this page. That's what we'll try to find out. 18 likes, 12 more of you have to get us to 30. I cannot speak tonight. I really cannot. This Joel Embiid stuff really took a lot out of me. I saw that whatchamacallit got traded to Baltimore in Major League Baseball, Corbin Burns. I was a little shocked about that. I didn't know what the deal breakdown was for that, but Corbin Burns got traded to Baltimore. Crazy. Wait a second. Oh, Corbin, that's why I didn't type it in right. And spell his name correctly. Where's the breakdown deal? Corbin Burns to the Orioles is done, sources tell ESPN, according to Jeff Passan. Crazy. So they have, wow, their rotation looks good. They got Burns, Kyle Bradish, Grayson Rodriguez, Dean Kramer, John Means, and Tyler Wells. That's a solid rotation. But again, I don't know who they gave up in the deal. I don't know. Shortstop Joey Ortiz and left-hander DL Hall are going to the Milwaukee Brewers in the trade. That's wild. That's not really much. It really isn't. That's crazy. It's 11:21 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are still on here, appreciate you guys for tuning into this late one. Thank goodness this is our last late one that we have this week. That's really nice. Lawrence commented on my video that we posted about, let's say, an hour before the game. He said, that's it for this year. Trade for players and get quality draft picks, he says. I'm not there yet with the whole Joel Embiid thing. Do you guys think that the Sixers should trade Joel Embiid? Do you think that the Sixers should trade Joel? Because I don't. I'm at the point where I understand that, yes, if he gets injured every year, it's tough because he's not going to be ready for the playoffs, but who are you really going to get in return to replace Joel? That's where my mind is now. You think Andrew Painter will be ready for the big show? He comes back in July, right? I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but if he comes back in July, maybe he'll be like an Orion Kirkering, like what the Phillies did with him this year. I'm not saying that he would necessarily be coming out of the bullpen, but I think that would be cool for sure. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they're saying to themselves, "Well, why should we go get a guy like Blake Snell when Andrew Painter could be our new Blake Snell?" I'm not saying that's the right way to think, but maybe that's how Dave Dombrowski and the organization are viewing the whole Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery situation and not going after those guys as of now. I find it weird, though, that it's taken them this amount of time to just test the waters, and I don't know, will they actually sign right before the season starts? I don't know. We still have over a month left, but spring training is just around the block. It starts in 2 weeks? Crazy. And don't you guys worry, we'll be covering the Phillies throughout the entire year. We'll be on for every single game, or as many as we possibly can. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to get back into baseball. I am. I'm starting to kind of get into that mode. I am. But I still want to see how this basketball team does. And see how the hockey team does too. But no, to answer your question about Andrew Painter, I think that if he comes back in July, there's a shot that he could make it up to the big leagues for September call-ups, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Mick Abel and Griff McGarry, I think, have a better shot. Griff McGarry especially has a really good shot of getting called up this year. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. He's been getting a whole lot of respect from AAA and from AA, and he's looked good. I saw him pitch a couple of years ago when I got to see the Wilmington Blue Rocks play. That was awesome. But, yeah, I want to see him pitch. Be cool. Be really exciting. Any other Philly sports questions that you guys have? Again, we can talk about anything on here. What's today? Today is February 1st. Let's look at our fun fact of the day. All right. Here's something interesting. We were talking a little bit about Ben Simmons before. Oh, but before we do that, I want to get back to Mike's comment. Oh, I forgot about Griff. We got some young arms. Hopefully they develop. I agree, man. We have some nice young talent. And for once, this team looks like that they have a very good farm system and things are on the come up. So I'm in love. I've been really impressed with what Griff has been able to do in regards to just working his way up so quickly each and every year. And I think he'll get the call up this year. We'll have to see how spring training goes. If he has a good spring training, maybe what they'll decide to do is they'll have him start off in AAA in April and then maybe call him up in May or June. Depends. We have to just wait and see how things go. But I'd be excited to have him come up to the big leagues and have your rotation be Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, and then you still have Taijuan Walker, but maybe he could be your sixth guy. I don't know. I have no idea. But they have some flexibility. So here's our fun fact of the day about the Sixers. So while playing for the Sixers during the 2018-19 season, Ben Simmons became the second fastest player in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists, just behind Oscar Robertson. How about that? That's really wild. I had no idea. So while playing for the Sixers during his 2018-2019 season, he became the fastest player, Ben Simmons, the second fastest player in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists, just behind Oscar Robertson. Wow, he hasn't done a thing since. Well, hey, he had a triple-double the other day, but now he's injured again. And we don't even know if he's going to be back Saturday against the Sixers. So, all right. We're about ready to start off the third quarter. Sixers lead it by 10. They're taking on the Utah Jazz, and in case you are just tuning in, Tyrese Maxey has been able to put up 32 points for the Sixers, and he's 11 for 15 from the field, and has made all 6 of his three-point attempts, which is absolutely insane. If anybody could let me know if there's been a Sixer that has made all 10 or their first 10 threes in a game, let me know. That would be really cool. All right, so the Jazz are going from left to right now, and the Sixers are going from right to left. Collins, runner, yes, over Tobias Harris. And Utah strikes first, and they get the first laugh. We're 25 seconds underway. House Jr., he'll bounce pass it to Tobias Harris. Harris is trapped on the far wing at the three-point line. He'll bounce pass it to Maxey over on the far corner at the three-point line. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He pulls back. He steps up for 3, and he airballs it. That's his first miss tonight from downtown. And Paul Reed, who tried to fight for the rebound, I believe that the loose ball foul got called on him. It did. Lauri Markkanen was the one that was diving for the ball, too. So that is Maxey's first missed three-pointer tonight. Maybe I jinxed him. Maybe the broadcaster's jinx worked that time. Ugh, that's not good. That's not what I intended to do. Sixers up by 8. We're a minute underway. Chris Dunn conducting the traffic. Kicks it out to Clarkson for 3. Got it. That was for a triple downtown. And that makes it a 5-point lead. So Collins able to get it. 10:50 left to go in the third quarter. Harris spinning, trying to roll to the basket. Kicks it out to Oubre for a 3. No good. That was on the far corner, and he couldn't get it to go. Outlet pass to Sexton, who got the rebound. And he's able to lay it up and in as he dished it out and was able to get it from John Collins, and Sexton got it right on back. 71-68, 10.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Reed at the top of the key. A little dribble handoff to Maxey. Maxey drives it, pulls up for 2. Yes! Tyrese Maxey with 34 points as he gets his first deuce of the second half. He's 12 for 17 from the field. Sixers can't guard the paint, and unfortunately, Simone Fontecchio is able to drive a 3-foot dunk into the lane, and Chris Dunn gets assist number 4. 73-70. Oubre drives it, gets it stripped and blocked by Sexton, and we have a foul called on Kelly Oubre Jr. He just elbowed him right in the mouth, and Sexton was like, man, they should look into this to see if it was a flagrant. I don't think that there was intentional contact there. But 9:53 remaining in the third quarter. We have a stoppage in play. How about Jalen Brunson able to get 40 points today for the New York Knicks, and Dante DiVincenzo got 20 points for New York. They beat Indiana today 109-105. Sexton for 3 on the other side. In and out it goes. Maxey with the rebound. He's off on the fast break. He steps back. He's at the Delta Center sign. Works over towards the left side. He's in the lane. Bounce pass to Harris. Harris thought about taking the 3. And he has to dish it out to somebody. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey being double-teamed. And Harris tries to find Reed, and Reed gets it. Reed to House Jr. 3 seconds left. House finds Harris, and Harris throws it down. Nobody was on him. Everybody was trapping all the Sixers players over at the three-point line on both sides. Sexton, he eyes Chris Dunn. Dunn to Markkanen. A zigzag pass out to Fontecchio, and his trifecta is off the mark. Sixers up by 5, 75-70. 76ers lead it. Paul Reed gets the feed and throws it up and in as he gets the layup from Tobias Harris. And that's Toby's third assist of the game. 18 points. He's +7 on the court tonight. 0 for 2, though, from three-point range. 77-70. Sexton off the dribble, puts it up and in as he nailed it from the near elbow and makes it a 5-point game again. Colin Sexton, the former Cleveland Cavalier. Harris with the triple. Off the mark. It was a little short. And Dunn got the rebound. Outlet pass to Sexton. Sexton gets past everybody and gets the layup to go. Colin Sexton able to out-hustle Daniel House Jr. as he just whizzed on by him. And not even Tyrese Maxey could even catch up to him. And we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse with 8:10 remaining in the third quarter. All right, let's refresh this page. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Nice. Oh. Let's just refresh it again. Nope. Every time, we just got to keep scrolling down, bro. Just got to keep doing it. So annoying. Notice that Snowman keeps score himself, but I don't like doing that. It gives me another job to do, you know? I like being able to do less work. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live, man. Oh, we got a bug. Oof. I think I gotta get a tissue and deal with that. All right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We are back on here. Let's take a look at some of the NHL final scores for today. Actually, we didn't have any games today. It is the All-Star break. Forgot about that. It was weird because the Flyers have been off for a little bit of time, but there were still some games going on. But again, looking at the NBA scores, Sixers lead it by 3. They're up 77-74. That's the only game on at this time. The Lakers won by 9 in Boston. They won 114-105 with no LeBron James and no Anthony Davis. Austin Reeves had 32 points tonight, and Jason Tatum for the Celtics at 23-7. That's all that they got, though. They didn't really get a whole lot of contributions from any other guys. The Knicks, they won 109-105 against the Indiana Pacers. Jalen Brunson put up 40 points, and Smith for that's Jalen Smith for Indiana. He had a 20-point game, a guy that's averaging about 10.5 points per game. Also had 9 rebounds in that match as well. Then the other game that occurred was the Cavaliers in Memphis. So the Grizzlies, who actually traded away Steven Adams to Orlando, the Cavs won by 7. It was a 108-101 score. Donovan Mitchell put up 25 points and 7 assists, and Jaren Jackson Jr. had 25 points for Memphis, but also 3 blocks as well. Sixers going from right to left. And the Jazz are going from left to right. Harris will hand it off to Maxey. Maxey's over at the logo. Maxey over on the near wing now. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He dribbles back. He'll try to step up into the lane, puts it up, and gets it blocked. And Oubre gets it back. The shot clock resets because the Jazz stole it, but the Sixers stole it back. Reed back to Oubre. And we have a whistle called. A surprise that that the shot clock did reset because I thought maybe for just a quick second that the Sixers or that the Jazz didn't have a full possession there, but they did. It was Clarkson that was able to strip the basketball out of Maxey's hand and get the steal. It was a clean steal, and the Sixers will get it back. Actually leading the way with 34 points. Markkanen leading the way for his team with 14 and 6. And Nick Nurse wants to challenge something here. It was a shot clock turnover that was called against the Sixers. And I don't think that they can challenge this, can they? Can they challenge it? I think that it was a little bit too late. The coaching staff was saying not to challenge it, actually. So that was a little confusing. So the Jazz have it back. Sexton finds Fontecchio. Fontecchio back to Sexton. Sexton on the drive, pulls up and gets the runner to lay up and in. And now it's back to a 1-point lead for Philadelphia. Sixers trying to just keep the needle threading. Maxey hands it off to Harris at the top of the key. Another little dump pass over to Maxey. Maxey dribbling inside, puts it up. No, Reed gets the feed and one. So Reed was able to clean up the glass, and John Collins gets called for the shooting foul. Just a nice play by Tyrese Maxey, who was able to bust his way inside and get the left-handed finger roll finish. He almost got it, but then Reed was able to back him up and waited for the contact to come, and he laid it up and in. Kyle Neubeck says that was a bad call by the ref crew chief. Thought Utah had fully established possession. That's what I thought too, originally. Reed does convert on the end one, and the Sixers lead it by 4. So they're back up 80-76. 7:03 left to go in the third quarter. It's Sexton, Markkanen, Fontecchio, Dunn, and Collins all out there for Utah. Sexton couldn't hit the 2. Harris trying to part the Red Sea, not once, but twice, as he got the follow-through and throws it down the hatch. Right about 3 feet or so away from the basket. Collins at the top of the key, hand it back off to Chris Dunn. Dunn trying to muster his way inside, no-look pass all the way to Fontecchio for 3, no good. Reed gets the rebound, and he saves it from going out of bounds. Harris with a 2-on-3 here. He'll find Maxey. Maxey at the house for one more for 3. Off the mark. He just tried to hand it off to him and was just like, here you go, little fella, and he just could not hit the 3. Markkanen with a little advantage, kicks it out, and is able to find Fontecchio for 3. That's off the mark. Collins with the rebound, and we have a foul called on B-Ball Paul. It was a shooting foul. So it was in the act of shooting. So Harris, as he got that last bucket there, that now gives him 20 points on the game. So him and Maxey combined have been able to put up 54 total points. That means 23 other points have been issued by other Sixers players. Or 29. I was looking at the Jazz. 6:11 remaining in the third quarter. Collins able to make the first foul shot. Bev and Bamba will step in for House and Reed. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for staying up so late with us. And that foul shot is good as gold, too, by John Collins. So Collins able to go 2 for 2 from the line. Beverly with the basketball over at the logo. We'll try to conduct the traffic here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And we'll pass the rock over to Tobias Harris. Harris back to Beverly. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Beverly with a runner goes up with it. No good. They initially, I guess, ruled it as a pass, but it was really a shot that hit off the front of the rim. 5:40 left. Utah has it. Sexton drives it. Pulls up. No. Rebound goes to Bamba. And Sexton is down. It's 5-on-4 for the Sixers offense. Harris back to Bamba. Bamba tries to go inside, and a block and foul is called on Collins. And John Collins can't believe it. It looked like his feet were set, to be fair. And the Jazz, they're going to have Will Hardy review this. Collins Sexton is back up, just in case you are wondering, as he just tried to go up with a rebound and just went flat on his belly And that looked like, when you look at Mo Bamba, it looked like he certainly leaned into that contact. And Will Hardy certainly has a case, and the Jazz will call a timeout with 5:30 remaining in the third quarter. And the Sixers will be right back. Philadelphia leads it 82-78 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're actually down in this quarter by 6. It's 17-11 in favor of the Utah Jazz, who are 24-25 on the season and also 15-6 at home. The Sixers are playing their final game of their West Coast road trip. They were 0-4 and are looking to end the West Coast road trip as a whole with some sort of positivity and get a win. And then they'll be back home on Saturday against the Brooklyn Nets. They take on the Nets at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be covering that game too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. The Jazz, they're 5-5 over their last 10 games. They've had a couple of big losses, including one to the New York Knicks. They lost 118-103 at Madison Square Garden. And then they were in Brooklyn and lost 147-114. There were a lot of points allowed in that game. Mikal Bridges had 33 points and was able to shoot 50% from the field as well. Givannuts left he left a while ago. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. So he's not here right now. The refs for tonight's game, once again, it's Josh Tiven, Natalie Sago, and Danielle Scott. As we have a review here going on, it was actually a challenge that was called by the Jazz. So it's a successful challenge, and they will still retain possession. That was the right call. So Bamba tried to go into the lane, and Collins had his feet set right in front of the semicircle. And with 5.5 minutes left to go, it'll be Jazz basketball in the third quarter. Jazz going from left to right. Clarkson finds Fontecchio for 3, and finally he nails the three-pointer from the near corner. And the Sixers only up by 1. They've got to get some breathing room here. Oubre to Bamba. Bamba back all the way to Beverly at the logo. And Beverly finds Harris for 3. It's a little short, and he doesn't even go for the rebound. He may have had a chance to get it. Markkanen got it, though, on the other hand. A 3 or 2 could give the Jazz the lead. Clarkson's trifecta goes in and out, and Bamba's able to secure another rebound. Maxey gets it over at the logo. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll drive it inside. He gets it deflected by Markkanen. He was actually trying to find Pat Bev over on the far corner, and it went out of bounds. 4:40 left to go in the third quarter, and Nick Nurse wants to put in Jaden Springer, and that's what he'll do, and Springer will sub on in. Well, maybe not now. He'll be at the scorer's table. That's what it is. All right, so Bamba gets the inbound, pulls up for 2, and he has too much mustard on that one, as Fontecchio is able to climb the ladder and come down with the board. Clarkson, runner, yes. He was in the lane and pulled up from about 10 feet or so away from the basket and was able to get the little teardrop to go, and now the Jazz have the first lead of the half. 84-83, a game of runs between both of these teams. Harris with the follow-through, got it! That was from 5 feet. And the Sixers again back up by 1. 84-83. Dunn drives it. And he'll try to go past Mo Bamba, and he gets it blocked by him. Here's Maxey off to the races, driving it into the lane. Goes up with the left hand, and that's a Kyrie Irving type of a finish. Just a work of art for Tyrese Maxey. 36 points now for Maximus. 86-83, Clarkson runner, too short. Beverly with the rebound. Outlet pass to Maxey again. Maxey on the near wing. He's at the three-point line, gets a screen set, lets it fly for 3. It goes in and out. Almost had it. It looked like that he could have had a chance to have that one fall. Dunn, drive, no. Rebound goes to Kessler. Kessler kicks it back out to Clarkson, and Clarkson ties the game with a 3 on the far corner. So Jordan Clarkson able to put up 10 points. That was his first 3 that he's hit tonight. He's just 1 for 4. He's been a very good three-point shooter for Utah. Actually tries to drive it again towards the left side of the baseline, and he's fouled by Walker Kessler. Able to just meet him right at the rim and not be afraid and be very aggressive. That's his 21st field goal attempt tonight. Him and Harris have at least put up 18. Harris is 18, and as I just mentioned, Maxey has put up 21. Bamba just 1 for 6 from the field, 5 rebounds, and 2 points tonight, as we're tied at 86 apiece with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So Maxey will head on over to the line once again. The 23-year-old from Kentucky stands at 6 feet 2 inches tall, knocks down the first foul shot, and we have a lot of substitutions coming in for both teams. And we'll get you the names in just a couple of seconds, but wanted to make sure that we were able to say that Maxey is shooting 86.5% from the line this year. His career high was when he shot 87% in his rookie year. He played in 61 games and only started 8 of those and played about 15.5 minutes per night. Does hit the second foul shot as free throw number 2 is good. 88-86 Philadelphia. Agbaji back in there for Utah. And we have an offensive foul called on Agbaji as he pushed Jaden Springer away from the basketball. 2:37 remaining in the third quarter, and the Sixers, let's see if they can take advantage of this once again. Nick Nurse wants to draw up the roster and make another substitution. So Jaden Springer steps in for Mo Bamba, and Furkan Korkmaz in there for Kelly Oubre Jr. Reed is stepping in for Tobias Harris as well. Maxey tries to take it right down the lane, and it gets blocked. A three-pointer by Clarkson. That's off the mark. Beverly with the rebound. Outlet pass to Maxey. Maxey with a one-on-one. Goes up with a layup, and that's good. Maxey's putting on a show and is going to go to the line for one more again. Keontae George gets called for the shooting foul. Nice recognition by Beverly, as soon as he got the rebound, just knew that Maxey was just downfield and just able to find him and make it look so easy again. Another underhanded finish. 40 points for Reese. 6 for 8 from 3. He has not made a 3 in this quarter, but give him 41 as he's able to make another foul shot. 2:10 remaining in the third quarter. Maxey with the Midas touch. Beverly chirping as he thought he was fouled. Not the case, though. Olynyk with a dribble handoff to Clarkson. Clarkson back to Olynyk, who was at the top of the key. Fakes his defender for Korkmaz, and he waves it off. And we're going to have a call against Utah. It should be on Kelly Olynyk. And Will Hardy looks a little bit confused. Pat Bev wants an explanation from one of the refs when it comes to just the foul that he thought should have been called. That was beforehand, before the shot went off. So Utah is actually going to inbound it. I don't know what just happened. There wasn't a foul called, or no, they said it was a personal foul on Furkan Korkmaz. They just put that in there. How about that? So Clarkson tries to kick it out to Keontae George for three. In and out it goes, and Kessler's able to grab another rebound. Agbaji back to Olynyk for three on the far wing. In and out again. And Furkan Korkmaz comes up with another rebound. The Jazz not shooting too well from beyond the arc. 90 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Korkmaz stops on a dime. Thought about pulling up. A behind the back bounce pass to Reed on the left elbow. No! The shot was just a little short. 1:15 remaining in the third. Clarkson tries to take it all the way towards the cup. Puts it up. No, and Kessler's follow-through dunk is good as gold. Man, oh man. Imagine just trying to guard a locomotive from just going downhill. That's really tough to do. Sixers only up by three. Maxey tries to drive it. Puts it up with the left hand. Yes! Tyrese Maxey again able to follow through and razzle and dazzle his way towards the lane. 45 to go in the third quarter. Clarkson steps back. Oh, he had to almost thought about pulling up for a two, and he hands it off to Olynyk instead. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 35 to go. Olynyk trying to part the Red Sea, and we have a foul called on the Sixers with 3.2 seconds on the shot clock. Tyrese Maxey gets another personal foul. I think that the Sixers are over the foul limit, and Utah is now in the bonus. That's what it looks like. Nick Nurse not really happy with the call. Let's see again. Oh, he looked like he had all ball. What are they doing? He just tried to swipe it away, Tyrese Maxey, and it looked like he had all ball. And he has every right to be upset about that. Olynyk's first foul shot is a swish. Back to a 4-point lead for Philadelphia. They can go for a 2-for-1 if they decide to do so with 33.5 seconds on the game clock. I'm wondering what's going to happen as Maxey was trying to talk things over with Nick Nurse. Second foul shot is good, and let's see what they decide to do. Korkmaz finds Maxey, and they may do so here. Maxey wants to ISO. Gives it back to Beverly. 25 seconds to go. Beverly gets it deflected, and it lands into the hands of Springer. Springer kicks it back out to Paul Reed. Reed's runner with the left hand, no good. And another rebound goes to Kelly Olynyk. He's had a lot of those tonight. A lot of rebounds. And the Jazz could tie it with a three. The shot clock's on blood. Clarkson on the far wing at the three-point line. Being guarded by Reed. 2 seconds left to go. Olynyk leans into the pump fake, and he's fouled by Springer. That's a veteran move. And unfortunately for the Sixers, that is just not what you want. Springer just leaned right in, and Olynyk is going to go to the line for 3 free throws. There was 1.5 seconds left. Maybe less than a second. Actually, yeah, 0.5 seconds left in that in the third quarter, and Springer just leaned right into him. And Olynyk got him to buy on a little pump fake. I think that they're going to go to the scorer's table to see how much time is left on the clock. But that is not a good move by Jaden Springer. You got to know better. And you got to keep your feet flat in that situation and just let Kelly take the three. That's just not good recognition at all whatsoever. Oh, if you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I upload. 0.6 seconds are left on the clock, and Kelly Olynyk should be going to the line for 3 free throws. It is a shooting foul by Springer, and the Jazz are looking to tie the game back. And that's just a tough break for the Sixers. But again, if you're Jaden Springer, you just got to be able to close out, man. Totally natural shooting motion from Olynyk. Absolutely. First foul shot by Kelly. He knocks that one down. And it's back to a 2-point game for the Sixers. I often think that about how good we'd be if we never traded Bridges on draft night and drafted Tatum instead of Fultz. Well, we wouldn't have gotten Maxey, my guy. I don't think we would have gotten Tyrese Maxey. So it's tough. 93-92 as Kelly is able to knock down the second foul shot, and Obama will step in for Furkan Korkmaz just in case there's a miss here. And you want to have as much size as possible. 0.6 seconds to go. It's 93-92, and this is for the tie. Olynyk puts it up and hits it. Sixers will inbound it. Beverly puts up a prayer, but it won't count anyways, and that's going to do it. So we're tied going into the fourth quarter at 93 apiece. And the Sixers are looking to close this one out. They have got to come up with a win tonight and have something nice to look forward to, but fortunately, they're in a dogfight now. They got outscored 32-22 against the Utah Jazz. Let me go into the fourth quarter. I'd love to see them win this game, man. 12 more subscribers so we get to 1,700. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about this channel. We've been working so hard. If you guys know anybody else that is up at this time, tell them about Play-by-Play with JJ. That was a really bad way to end that third quarter. The Sixers had all the momentum going in their direction, and then their lack of defense just really got exposed. Really, it did. And Springer just, you can't foul. You can't foul a three-point shooter and just jump in on a pump fake. That's just not something that you can do. All right. So we got our 76. We got a trivia question today. I'm going to ask you, and if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, so the question that I have for you guys today, as we're approaching midnight, which team originally drafted Dominique Wilkins? Which team originally drafted Dominique Wilkins? All right, that's the question that I have for you guys. Which team? Comment your thoughts down below. But yeah, Mike, I do agree with you, man. Spurs. Correct. Not right. Don't think too hard. That's all I'll say. Don't think too hard. Which team drafted Dominique Wilkins, guys? The Jazz. Correct. You got it. Remember what year he was drafted by the Jazz? That's part 2 to the question. So you thought I was done. This is how I get more out of you guys. What year was he drafted by the Utah Jazz? Let me know. What year was Dominique Wilkins drafted by the Utah Jazz? Which year was it? Anybody know? Anybody want to take a guess? When he was drafted? Which year? 85. Incorrect. Incorrect. One more. 84. Incorrect. All right, last one. Last one. You're close. You're not far off. I'll say that. 83. All right, so the answer was he was drafted in 1982. And I was going to ask you a third part of this, but I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do it because we're starting off the fourth quarter. But he was the 3rd overall pick behind James Worthy and Terry Cummings. So He was selected by the Jazz. That is correct. All right, so we're locked in at 93. Furkan Korkmaz out there for the Sixers. Again, the Sixers won the tip-off as they go from right to left. Harris to Korkmaz, who lets it fly with the shot clock expiring. Yes! Good play by Furkan Korkmaz, the Turkish delight, able to hit from downtown. Sixers have been able to make 3 other threes besides the 6 that were hit by Maxey. They're shooting 9 for 22 from beyond the arc. We're 45 seconds into this fourth quarter. Clarkson, with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, gets his defenders switched up. 1 second to go. He has to put up a shot, and he got it. Oh, but they're not going to count the shot. Oh, man. They said that he just got it off, that he did not get it off in time. It looked more like it was a pass. I don't think he realized how much time was left on the shot clock until somebody told him that you got to shoot it. But thank goodness that didn't count. It was just off after the buzzer. That was crazy. 96-93. Harris is able to find Reed for 3. No good. It was a little short. And a rebound goes to John Collins. It's stripped though by Reed, stolen away by Springer. Here's Korkmaz on the fast break, and he gets the little reverse dunk to go. A 5-0 run for the Sixers as we start off the final frame. In Utah, 98-93. Fasten those seatbelts. It'll be a bumpy ride as we finish off this game. 2-pointer by Keontae George. Yes, over Tobias Harris. He made it look so easy as he was in the lane and got the left-handed layup to fall. Harris at the top of the key, gets a screen set by Maxey, goes over towards the right side, kicks it out to Korkmaz from way downtown. Airballed, Reed with the finish, no! Oh, I thought he had it. He was able to get the rebound, but he just could not get the finish. Just a little too short. Olynyk is able to pump fake his way for a 3, but he'll dish it out to Jordan Clarkson. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Clarkson trying to drive it right into the lane. Goes up with a shot, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Springer tried to be very physical with him on the defensive side and just throw up some versatility there and just, stay with him. But unfortunately, did not work out that way for the Sixers. And Clarkson will just have to head on over to shoot 2 foul shots and hit a pair of free throws. Clarkson, a guy that has played with the Lakers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's been on the Utah Jazz for over the last couple of years. Won 6-man player of the year as he is able to knock down the first foul shot. He has 11 points tonight, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. Clarkson's second foul shot, it rattles in. And the Sixers only are up by 1. 9:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia still trying to get their 30th win of the season. Korkmaz is on the near wing, tries to pass it, and it goes out of bounds. Keontae George, I think he touched it last. Korkmaz was actually on the near side of the lane. And then he just tried to bounce it inside. I didn't know what he was trying to do, but he bounced it, and it was deflected off of Keontae George's hands. So Kelly subs back in for B-Ball Paul, and the Sixers lineup will look like this. They got Harris, Maxey, Oubre, Korkmaz, and Springer all out there. Korkmaz gets the inbound, thought about taking the 3. Probably should have just shot that. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Tobias Harris over on the far wing. He'll dribble it off the screen. Oubre for 3 with the shot clock expiring. Nails it! That was with 1 second to go, and Kelly Oubre Jr. throws down a firework from the near wing. Keontae George over at the top of the key. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. A bounce pass to Jordan Clarkson over at the top of the near wing. It's stripped and stolen away by Oubre. Here's Maxey on the fast break, and he's going to solo it, and he throws it down for 2. Timeout called by Utah. A 10-4 outburst for Philadelphia, and with 9:04 remaining, Will Hardy wants to rally the troops again and get his team back into rhythm. That was nice. Good assist, too, by Furkan Korkmaz, man. He's having a good fourth quarter. 5 points, hits a big three. Kelly hits a big three, too. Nice. Inspired defense from Springer on Clarkson tonight. Absolutely hounding him, says Kyle Neubeck. He is, but it's so tough to watch him on. It's just so tough to watch him on offense, man. It really is. But I know that something has to give if you want to receive somebody. So it's tough because you know that he does provide some solid defense, but it's like Matisse Thybulle. It's like Ben Simmons. It's the same thing. Simmons is a lockdown defender, and all of a sudden, it's just, well, you're playing 5-on-4 basketball at times on offense. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn on the bells, and we need 12 more of you to hit that subscribe button. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so by hitting the super chat button down below. And feeling free to give back to the community. We've been working really, really hard on here, so if you guys would like to contribute, please feel free to do so. And you can also donate via PayPal or Venmo if you would like as well. Actually, PayPal and Venmo, they don't cut anything. So if you guys do want to donate, I do encourage you guys to do it that way. If you are on Twitter, Twitch, or any other social media platform, feel free to come on to YouTube and type in play-by-play with JJ if you guys want your comments to be seen down below. But you can also follow me on there. I would really appreciate that too. 103-97 with 9 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the final quarter out in Utah as the Sixers take on the Jazz. The Sixers are playing in their 47th game of the season. They're 29-17 and are looking to get their 30th win and break what is a 4-game losing streak. Don't know if they'll be able to do it, but so far so good in this fourth quarter. They just got to keep it up. Ugh, I'm so just happy to see you. What's up, Meerkat? What's up, man? How you doing, my guy? Keep it clean on here, dude. Keep it clean. I don't want to get rid of any trolls on here tonight. Keep it clean. 18 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when I go live. Jazz. I got you. You're good. I got you. All right, so Collins will try to hand it off to Markkanen as we just are out of the timeout, and Markkanen's able to solo it, and he got the dunk to go. Kelly Oubre Jr. did get called for a personal foul. That was before the shot. So it was on the floor. Collins will get the inbound from Lauri Markkanen. Agbaji back to Markkanen for three. Got it. Oh, man, that was with the shot clock expiring too. 103-100. Sixers only up by 3. They still have a lot of work to do. Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre Jr., Tyrese Maxey, Furkan Korkmaz, and Jaden Springer all out there for the Sixers. They have a small ball lineup. Harris to Korkmaz for a near corner 3. Off the mark. Clarkson with the rebound. The Jazz could tie it with a 3 or cut the deficit to 1 with a 2. Clarkson taking a little strip down the lane. He kicks it out to Markkanen. Markkanen off-balance jumper. Yes, a 5-0 run all started by Lauri Markkanen. And the Sixers have got to get a bucket here and stop the bleeding. Harris at the Delta Center sign. Over on the far wing. He'll drive it down the lane. Puts it up with the right hand. Got it! That was really tough. He just took it right to John Collins and put it right up over his chest. Was able to get a bucket to fall. Keontae George trying to hand it off to Agbaji. It's blocked by Tobias Harris as he swats it away. And Springer comes up with the rebound. Maxey to Oubre, who lets it fly. Yes! From the near wing, and Kelly Oubre Jr. able to make his second tray of the fourth quarter. 108-102, Sixers up by 6. Agbaji to Keontae George, who lays it up and lays it in with that left hand on the left side of the baseline. He was working really quickly and just went downhill like a locomotive. And a timeout called again. This time it's by Philadelphia. And Nick Nurse wants to try to draw up something for his team. All right, man. Hopefully they can hang on here. It was nice, but they got to win this one. I want to see them get the 30th win, you know? What's up, Meerkat? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on, for supporting the channel. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. We appreciate you guys so much for staying up very late with us as we continue to grind out calling these games. We'll be on tomorrow to talk a little bit more about Joel Embiid. We went on late tonight to just give our initial thoughts about the injury and just what's going on with him. It's really, really tough to hear, but I'm happy that we had a game tonight and that the game has been turning out pretty good. Maxey has 45 points. Harris has 24. Maxey had a 50-burger against the Indiana Pacers this year. And so far tonight, 45. He still hasn't hit a 3 in the second half. He's 6 for 8 from downtown. He made all 6 of his threes in the first half, so he's just 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. And they could use a good fourth quarter run out of him. But good for Tobias Harris going up against Lauri Markkanen tonight and just being very aggressive. Also, Jordan Clarkson is 4 for 12, and one of the reasons why is because of Jaden Springer's defense. Been providing a whole lot of versatility on that side of the basketball for the Sixers. 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Pendulum swinging in Philadelphia's direction, even though Utah just had a response from Keontae George. But a big-time splash by Kelly Oubre Jr., who got the 25-footer to fall off the assist by Maxey. That was just his first assist of the game, which is really wild when you really think about it, because Maxey is averaging about 6.6 assists. And, again, he's been in scoring mode tonight, but still, you would think that he would have more assists, but it's not how it's been working. Simone Fontecchio will enter in for Ochai Agbaji. So Fontecchio is from L'Aquila, Italy. He's in the second season. He's a small forward. He stands at 6'7", 209 pounds. He's played in 47 games and has started in 31 of them. Just only averaging 9 points, 3.5 rebounds, and just a little bit less than 1.5 assists per game. But he's shooting 40% from 3. Tonight, though, it's been a little bit of a different story because he's been really struggling from downtown for the Jazz. Just 1 for 5. Every one of the Jazz players has hit a 3 in their starting lineup tonight, including 1 from Collins, 2 from Markkanen, 1 from Fontecchio, and 1 from Sexton and Chris Dunn. It's actually Dunn's only 3 points that he has. 108-104, Sixers trying to extend their lead again as Maxey has it. Takes it from right to left. Maxey takes it over towards the right side of the wing. He'll dribble it past over towards the timeline. Behind the back bounce pass to Mo Bamba. 1 more to Harris. Harris thought he was going to take a shot. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Springer back to Harris. Harris for 3. No good. It was a good play that was set up by Nick Nurse, as Harris was supposed to be the intended receiver to shoot the 3, and he had a good look too. 108-104. Clarkson on the far wing, being guarded by Springer. Clarkson pulls up for 2, and he got it that time. So he finally wins the battle over Jaden Springer, and we're back down to a deuce. 47 points off the Utah bench, just 15 for the Sixers bench. Harris at the logo, finds Oubre on the near wing. Gets his defender to buy on a pump fake, and is going to try to pull it up and in the lane, and he does not get the bounce to go, but Markkanen is the one that gets called for the shooting foul. Oubre was actually just underneath the basket, and Markkanen, I don't know if there was any contact. I couldn't tell there, but Kelly, luckily, will go to the line again. He's been perfect from the line tonight. And we're almost halfway done this fourth frame. Oubre's first foul shot off the mark. It was a little short. And Utah fans starting to get up on their feet. Let's see if the Sixers can try to make it a three-point game. 108-106, Oubre's second foul shot. Swish. 3 timeouts left by the Sixers and 3 left by the Jazz. 6:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. Collins all the way out to Clarkson. Clarkson to Markkanen for the tie. Got it. Lauri Markkanen in takeover mode as he nails it from the far corner. The Jazz are 6 for 7 from the field in this quarter alone. Sixers just 6 for 11, which is not bad either. Harris has to pass it because he stopped dribbling. Finds Jaden Springer. Springer to Oubre for a 3. Yes! Kelly Oubre Jr. answers back with a 3 of his own. And he is now 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Keontae George, good defense again by Springer. They dish it around the timeline. George being guarded by Springer again, puts it up. It's blocked and swatted away by Mo Bamba. Maxey off to the races, pulls up for 2, and he's fouled. Good play by Bamba, just being able to guard the lane. I think it was supposed to be a little alley-oop pass by Keontae George, but Bamba just utilizing that whole entire wingspan as he just got it off of his fingertips and was able to block it. It landed into the hands of Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey will earn his 2 points at the line. This is to put them up by 4. It goes in and out. Oh, just a little bit of a hard touch. Hit the back of the rim and dazzled out at the very last second. Maxey, can he go 1 for 2 from the line? This would be for point number 46. He puts it up and in. That was just his first miss from tonight from the foul line. It's 113-109. Still plenty of time left to go. George at the logo. Now at the three-point line being guarded by Springer. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. George, he has to pass it to somebody. He'll find Clarkson. Clarkson on the far wing. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here's Markkanen being guarded by Springer. Fadeaway jumper. Got it. Just within the foul line and a foul too. Lauri Markkanen has really just been keeping the Jazz in this game, and this is why he is an absolute monster in the fourth quarter. 24 points, 8 rebounds. He's 9 for 13 from the field. And this is why the Sixers want him as their number 1 trade target. Just, he can hit jumpers, he can post anybody up, and he's able to get the foul shot to go, and it's a 1-point game with 5:03 left to go in the fourth. It's Harris, Maxey, Oubre, Bamba, and Springer all out there for the Sixers. Harris at the top of the key finds Oubre. Oubre one more to Springer. Springer driving it inside. Bounce pass to Bamba. Bamba with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll try to find Harris. Harris almost got stolen away. 5 seconds left to go. Harris puts up a jumper with the shot clock expiring. Yes! Tobias Harris, 27 points now for him on the day. 26, 13 for 21 he is. 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well. Collins gets past Bamba, and he's able to play it up and in. That's just embarrassing. How can you not stay in front of John Collins there? 15 points for him. Maxey gets it, and he loses it as the Sixers actually called a timeout just before he lost it out of bounds. Over towards the Sixers bench. Sixers only up by 1, and they have 2 timeouts remaining with 4:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. What a ball game, man. This is crazy. 22 points for the Sixers and just 21 for the Jazz in this quarter. Harris is 0 for 5 from 3, but I'll tell you, that turnaround jumper that he had from the far corner with the shot clock expiring, that was clutch. That was really clutch. But both of these teams, they've made their last 3 buckets combined. Markkanen had a Had a big-time two-pointer. And then it was an and one, actually. And he got the free throw to go. And then Harris had a turnaround jumper. Then Collins answered back with a layup of his own. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the bells. Turn on those notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I go live. We'll be back on Saturday night for another Sixers game. We're live for almost every single Phillies, Eagles, and Sixers game. 4:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Sixers are out of their timeout. They have 2 left, so they got to use them wisely, of course. The Jazz have 3. 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. So the Sixers will inbound it from their own side. Harris will hand it off to Oubre as he's the inbounder. Oubre back to Harris over on the near wing. Finds Bamba at the foul line. Bamba trying to fizzle his way inside. And there's a little hook shot that goes up and in. It was a line drive hook shot, and Mo Bamba, of all people, was able to get that one to fall. The Sixers need every bucket that they can get right now. They're up by 3. Sexton bounce pass to Collins. He swings it out to Fontecchio for the tie. Oh, just missed it. Just a little bit too strong. Bamba climbs the ladder and comes down with the board. Maxey on the other side. He'll hand it off to Springer on the far corner. Springer trying to dribble his way inside. Step back jumper, a little short, and Markkanen's able to get a double-double. That's his 10th rebound of the day. 3:30 left in the fourth quarter. Markkanen trying to find Collins in the post. It's blocked by Bamba again, and Springer almost got the steal. It lands into the hands, though, of Lauri Markkanen. Three-pointer by Clarkson off the mark, and another offensive rebound by Fontecchio. I don't know why Maxey didn't even go for it. Markkanen for the 3, yes, and then we're back to a tie game. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. Lauri Markkanen has just been a totally different animal in this fourth quarter, and we're tied 117 apiece. Here's Bamba, tries to swing it out to Kelly Oubre Jr. for 3, off the mark. And now the Jazz can take the lead with a 2 or a 3. Markkanen got rebound number 11, and Sexton just taking his time. He is being guarded by Maxey, works around the screen, and now Kelly Oubre Jr. guarding him. A little bit of a mismatch here as Markkanen's being guarded by Harris. Let's see if they can get a stop. Sexton wide open for 3, and he puts it up and in. That was clutch. Sixers not doing a good job at capitalizing from the defensive side, and we have a timeout called again by Nick Nurse. Crazy, crazy game. We need Maxey to step up, man. Come on, man. They never make it easy. Never make it easy. I just want us to get win number 30. It's all I care about, man. Jazz are just hitting all their shots. I want to see how many points Lauri Markkanen has in this quarter. Let's go back and double check. So Markkanen has put up, let's see, was that a 3? 1 3, a 2, and then he had another 3, so that's 8, and then he had a 2, and that's 10, 11. He's put up 14 points in this quarter. Wow. I was trying to do the math in my head. They're down by 3. 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, but Colin Sexton was able to get the 24-footer to knock down on the far wing off the assist by Lauri Markkanen. 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter as Markkanen's putting the Jazz on his back. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Sixers get the basketball out of the timeout. It's Harris, Maxey, Oubre, Bamba, and Beverly. Oubre trying to drive it right towards the lane, puts it up, and it's a little strong, and a rebound goes to John Collins. Not a good play whatsoever, and terrible execution by Philadelphia. Oubre's jumper looked a little bit funky. 2:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sixers have got to get a stop. Sexton drives it Almost thought about pulling up, and Collins thought he was fouled, but Bamba gets the block. Whistles remain silent. Maxey to Beverly. Beverly almost took the three. Beverly, what's he going to do? We'll try to find Maxey, and Maxey just caught it at the Delta Center sign. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey steps back, pulls up from the parking lot. It's up, and in! Clutch moment for Tyrese Maxey. 49 tonight, and that's his first trifecta of the the second half. Clarkson with a three on the other side. No. And Oubre gets the rebound, and now the pendulum swinging in Philadelphia's direction again. 1:20 remaining as we're winding down in the fourth. Maxey on a drive, puts it up, almost at it. Whistles remain silent again. Sexton got the rebound. He'll find Jordan Clarkson on the far wing. As he got past the half-court mark, Clarkson drives it inside, kicks it out to Markkanen for three again. Oh, just a little bit too strong. And Harris got hit in the face as he got the rebound. Hey, I think he got poked in the eye, his left eye. Couldn't tell who it was that swiped him, but there's 1 minute left to go. We're locked in at 1:20 apiece. Let's see again. Oh, Kelly may have gotten away with a foul call there. Maxey just making a beautiful three-pointer from about 35 feet. And Fontecchio is the one that just swiped Harris. He actually slapped him on that right eye. And the Sixers, are they in the bonus? I think so. Any blood dripping from that eye? I don't see anything. There's 1 minute left in this ball game. We're tied 120 to 120. So that was not a foul. And Harris will inbound it here. 55 seconds remaining. He's at the top of the key. We're locked in at 120 in Utah. Beverly inside. And he'll just dribble around the timeline. Finds Harris. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Harris on a drive towards the lane. Kicks it out to Beverly for a near corner three. Got it! Bullseye! Another clutch shot by Patrick Beverly. 40.1 seconds to go. Sexton picks up his dribble. He drives into the basket. He puts it up. He's fouled. He was trying to drive really quickly towards the lane. And Sexton will go back to the line again for 2 more free throws. Patrick Beverly showing that he has ice in his veins as he hit a big-time three from the near corner and nailed it with a swish. 37.5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Sexton, all he can do is cut the deficit to 1 by making 2 free throws, and he nails the first one. 2 timeouts left for Utah and just 1 for the Sixers. Both teams do have 1 challenge remaining. 37.3 seconds to go. And again, if you're the Sixers, as Sexton makes that foul shot, the Sixers have to be very, very careful here. Maxey gets the inbound, 34 seconds to go. 14 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Maxey trying to ice the game, being guarded closely by Colin Sexton. Maxey with 10 seconds left to go. He's on the near wing. Now backs up towards the logo. Goes over towards the right side. He's on the far wing now. Gives it up to Oubre. Oubre tries to throw it down. No good. And we have a foul called against Utah. So Maxey got tripped up and almost lost his dribble. And Kelly was right there underneath the basket and tried to jam it in. And we have a foul called against the Jazz. I think that they're going to challenge this to see if it was a foul called or if it was indeed a foul. Maxey just got tripped up, and Collins tried to just go for the block. And it looked like Oubre could have maybe made that dunk if there was no contact there. So the review's going to be on whether or not Collins came up with a clean block at the rim over Kelly Oubre Jr. 16.2 seconds to go. Sixers lead it by 1. They were down by 3 with about 2 minutes left to go. Sexton hit a big-time three. It was actually 2.5 minutes to go. And then Maxey hit a big-time three to tie the game back with 1:40 remaining. And then the Sixers took the lead with 40.1 seconds left. on a three by Beverly. Sexton would then make 2 free throws with 37 seconds to go. And the Sixers have the ball. The question is it a foul on John Collins? Because Kelly was trying to go down with a dunk, and Collins blocked it. It looked like there was a little bit of some body contact there. But I don't know if it's conclusive enough to either turn it over or even confirm the call. So it was a coach's challenge, and if the challenge is unsuccessful, then Utah gets charged with its final timeout. Sixers still have 1 challenge left, and they still have 1 timeout too. It's 12:32 p.m. Eastern Time. We got started at 10 o'clock p.m., and let's see what the call is. So Collins blocked it from Oubre, and the Jazz get the defensive rebound. How about that? And Utah still gets to keep its timeout to... Wonder if they're going to do a jump ball over at center circle, because nobody had full possession. 16.2 seconds to go. Sixers lead it by 1. They're up 123 to 122. And we will have a jump ball over at center circle. Bamba going up against Collins. This is big. Bamba wins the tip-off, and Maxey not fouled yet. He's in the backcourt. He's still not fouled. 10 seconds left to go. Lost his dribble. Kicks it out to Harris. Harris just trying to play keep away, and he finally is fouled with 5.8 seconds to go. Man, oh man, that could have been trouble for the Sixers. Maxey really almost lost that dribble, and he almost stepped out of bounds too. He thought he was fouled as he was double-teamed. And Harris trying to ice the game here. That jump ball was absolutely crucial, and Bamba able to win with the size advantage. So Maxey it looked like he got bumped by Collins. So Harris goes to the foul line. The biggest free throws of the season by him. The first one is up and in. He's able to nail it. It's 124 to 122. Harris, a very good foul shooter. He's been absolutely magnificent throughout his career, and this season is shooting 90% from the line. His career is 83.5. Second foul shot. That's good. And the final timeout will be burned by Utah with 5.8 seconds to go. You're not going to want to foul if you're the Sixers. You might want to foul as soon as the ball is inbounded. You got to be very careful here. All right. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We're live for almost every single Sixers game. And every single Phillies game and Eagles game as well. It's 125 to 122. Sixers trying to end this 5-game road trip with a positive. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and if they win, then they'll get their 30th win of the season. Again, 5.8 seconds to go. Utah just burned their final timeout. The Sixers still have 1 left. And this is obviously a big possession here. Those big-time free throws were absolutely clutch by Tobias Harris. But can the Sixers just play defense? We have an official review here. I can't tell what the review is on. Sexton put up a shot. Is there a double text here on Bamba and Collins? Because that would suck. And Sexton was having some words with the officials. This was during the break here. If it's a double tech, then that's fine. But if that's just on Bamba, that's not good. That's not good. 125 to 122. The officials are reviewing this now because that could come back and bite the Sixers. Double technicals were called. So thank goodness that doesn't impact the Sixers badly. It was on Collins and Bamba. So the Jazz will still be able to inbound it and advance the basketball to their front court. Thank goodness. You don't want those little things to just add up. You really don't. So Olynyk will enter in for John Collins because they're trying to go with all the three-point shooters. And again, if you're going to foul, you got to be very quick. As soon as it's inbounded, you got to do so. Olynyk will inbound it here from the other sideline, the Sixers sideline that is. He has to get it off. He finds Clarkson. Clarkson immediately fouled. And it just takes about 0.6 seconds off the clock. He was fouled by Tobias Harris. That was clutch. They did it at the right time, and Clarkson's going to have to go to the line and probably intentionally miss the second free throw. He's also been a very good foul shooter throughout his entire career. And he'll go up with the first foul shot. It's up and in. It rattles in. 125-123. Clarkson shooting 89% from the line this year. He averages about 3.6 foul shots per game and is shooting 83% from the line throughout his career. Second foul shot, he'll have to intentionally miss it. He puts it up. He puts it in. Wow, 125-124. And they don't have any timeouts remaining. I can't believe it. So here we go. Harris has to inbound it. The Sixers have to get something off. Maxey got tripped up, but did they call a timeout? They do. The Sixers do call a timeout with 5.1 seconds to go. They couldn't get the inbound off there, and Nick Nurse had to just burn that final timeout, unfortunately. Oh, my gosh. What a game. 5.1 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter as we're down to the wire again between the Sixers and the Jazz. The Jazz won the first meeting on January 6th. They were able to pull out a win by a final score of 120-109 in Philadelphia. If you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below. We're live for almost every single Sixers game, every single Eagles and Phillies game as well. One more subscriber till we get to 1,690. We need 11 more to get to 1,700. What are you guys waiting for? So the Sixers just burned their final timeouts. So that's it. As soon as the ball is inbounded, the Sixers just have to get the inbound here and then make 2 more free throws this time. I still can't believe that Clarkson didn't want to intentionally miss that second foul shot. I thought maybe he was going to do so, but we play on. We play on. 5.1 seconds to go. It's 12:40 a.m. on the East Coast. And Furkan Korkmaz will come in for Mo Bamba, obviously for three-point shooting purposes. Beverly will inbound it. They're probably going to have to try to find Maxey or Harris again. I'm curious to see what happens. The Sixers do get to advance the ball. That does work in their favor. Beverly being guarded by Lauri Markkanen as the inbounder. He'll try to find Maxey. Maxey does get fouled in the backcourt, and there was about 0.7 seconds taken off of the clock. So 4.4 seconds to go. It's a game of inches and a game of seconds. Sexton is the one that personally fouled Tyrese Maxey. So Maxey is going to go to the line for 2 and try to make it a 3-point game. It's not to ice the game yet. No timeouts for both teams. First foul shot by Maxey. He puts it up and swishes it. And that makes it a 2-point lead. 126-124, and Maxey has another 50-burger tonight. That is really great to see for Tyrese Maxey. 50 points for him. And the second free throw coming on up. Jaden Springer subs in for the Sixers, and Bamba back in there too. Collins and Markkanen also sub back in for Utah. Here's the second foul shot. He puts it up and in. 127-124. Fontecchio is going to have to inbound it. He finds Clarkson at half court. Clarkson pulls up for a player, puts it up, and it's no good. But a foul is called on the Sixers. 2.2 seconds were left Oh, my goodness. Clarkson, he got fouled just before the shot went off. Thank goodness. So Clarkson got fouled by Maxey over on the near wing, and he's going to go to the line for two, but obviously has to miss the second foul shot. The first one goes up, and that's no good. It goes in and out. 2.2 seconds left, and obviously you're going to have to miss this one here and just get the rebound and try to find a three-point shooter. 2.2 seconds left. More substitutions. Fontecchio's going to take another step out, and Will Hardy plays chess. Clarkson's at the line. They're putting in all the size that they can. Kessler, Markkanen. And here's Clarkson's second foul shot. It's up, no good. Beverly leaps up and grabs the rebound, throws it away, and that's going to do it. The Sixers hang on and win. Tyrese Maxey puts up 50 points. And they win by a final score of 127 to 124. It definitely got dramatic down to the end, but the Sixers get win number 30 and break a 4-game losing streak. That was an absolutely incredible match that came down to the wire, and that was a lot of fun to watch. Just both teams playing very hard until the very bitter end, and the Sixers able to hang on and win by a game of inches. That was impressive. Harris had 28 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds tonight. He was 0 for 5 from 3. He hit 13 of 21 field goals in 39 minutes. Maxey, of course, the star of the show with 51 points. He was 10 for 11 from the line and 7 for 9 from 3. And Markkanen had 28 points. Sexton had 22. He was really clutch at the end. I was a little surprised that Jordan Clarkson, even though he had 16 points and 10 assists, I thought that maybe he was going to try to make a 3 at the end to try to tie the game. And Maxey just fouled him before the shot went off. That was really, really wild. Just a bizarre sequence of events. But nonetheless, the Sixers get their 30th win of the season and are now 30-17 as we're approaching the 1 o'clock hour. Tyrese Maxey talking things over with the people out in Studio J, including Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Wow, what a game. That was fun. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for being here. I love each and every one of you. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button on the way out, man. My name is Jason Joseph. I'll catch you all on the next one. See you guys Saturday for another 76ers game. Good night and Laila Tov.